Firstly, Coach, can you talk about just what it's been like starting at Gatlinburg Pittman and what you're inheriting in this group of guys?
Obviously, I didn't start to the end of April, so I came in there late. I'm coming from South Pittsburgh, and so it's been a transition from trying to get to learn the kids. I was able to go do spring practice with them. I was able to go do the summer workouts with them as well. So we got a really good senior nucleus coming back. But we're also young in some places as well. So anytime when you start new, you got to learn kids. You got to earn their respect. You got to set the expectation level. But so far, the kids have done a really good job of buying into that, and looking forward to the season.
And then you were able to be a part of some pretty incredible stuff in South Pittsburgh too. Can you talk about what you bring to that to Gatlinburg?
Coming from South Pittsburgh, a lot of tradition. Before that, I was the head coach at Trousdale County, where we played for the state championship in 2018. So I've been fortunate to be at two really prominent small school programs, and I think the big thing about those things is consistency. High expectations, the work ethic. Gatlinburg Pittman has got a lot of tradition as well. There's been a standard set there by Coach Hammonds for a long, long time. Coach Rain did a really good job the last 3 years as well. The expectations are high, and so we just got to come there and we got to keep working. We're a work in progress right now. But our motto is we just got to get better every day.
And then I talked to Reese a little bit, and he mentioned how the seniors that you have and that older leadership group have really helped establish that standard at GP. What's it been like coming in and having those guys to rely on to help them relay stuff to younger guys?
Well, I think any football team, doesn't matter what level you're at. When I coached at Georgia Tech, it was the same way. The better your senior class, the better your football team is going to be. Your senior class is your leaders. And so they're going to set the standard and set the tone. How practice ran every day, how the locker room is. So anytime you got really good senior leadership, you got a chance to have a really good football team.
Can you talk about what we can see from you guys on offense and then on defense as well?
Yeah, defensively, you won't see a whole lot of difference from last year. It's going to be very similar on defense. We're going, we're going to be basically out with 3-4, but offensively, you'll see a huge difference. We're going to be a wing T attack. We're going to pretty much bring the same stuff we ran at Trousdale and at South Pittsburgh here. So that is totally different from what they've been doing. And like I said, we're a work in progress, but we just got to get better every single week. So when we hit playoff time of the year, we're playing our best.
How has it been just putting that new offense into place and just, kind of teaching guys the basics and trying to expound on that through this offseason?
That's the fun part about being a coach. You got to get the puzzle and you got to put the puzzle together. The kids have really bought in well to it. I think that like any coach at a small school, you wish you had more depth. But we're trying to build our depth from the middle school program up. But I was fortunate where I got a really good older group that has bought into what we're trying to do offensively. But again, we haven't played against anybody yet. We'll find more by ourselves in these next 3 scrimmages, and then hopefully we'll be ready to go August 19th against Seymour.
Obviously, there are some questions like about putting in that offense and everything, but you can't. That hunger is still there. When I talked to Reese a minute ago, he mentioned that being neck and neck with Alcoa last year at halftime is really on these guys' minds. How do you channel that hunger that they have and kind of knowing that they were right there with one of the best in the state and putting it into this season?
I think our expectation is to win a championship. I haven't been anywhere where our expectation wasn't that way. There's no. Everybody knows Alcoa. A lot of tradition, great coaching staff, great players. But if your goal is not to win the championship, then there's no reason to be playing. And Alcoa has got a great program. Nobody else has beat them either. And so eventually somebody's going to have to beat them. And the thing for us is they're in our region, so you're going to have to play them twice. And so, but again, right now, the only thing we need to be worried about right now is we got to get ready for August 19th against Seymour and just take game by game and get better every single week.
What do you feel like the feeling is going to be for you coming out for that first game as the head coach at GP against Seymour?
I think it's always different when every season. Every season is different. This is my 25th year coaching, but I think that Gatlinburg Pittman again is a great place, a great community. You got a great school, and my family is looking forward to being a part of the city of Gatlinburg, and so I'm excited about that first time walking on the field.
when you combine that excitement with the fact that everything is kind of full go again after last year, what does that tell you about this season?
I think the big thing is this time last year we're sitting here, last year this time, nobody was uncertainty. Nobody knew what was going to happen. And then all of a sudden you finally get football, and then the uncertainty was week to week. You didn't know how the season was going to unfold. This year it's nice, especially these seniors and the players. They have a little bit of normalcy. They know that when the season's going to start. That kind of helps us. It helps me being a new coach come in because you guys, last year you wouldn't have known. It's nice to have football back to normalcy here in the state, and I look forward to the season.